Hi, I'm Brandon Leonard, Director of Strategic Initiatives with Men's Health Network, and here today I'm with Marcus Anthony, who has just spoken on our panel on boys and educational challenges and the impact that those have on boys throughout their lifetime. University-Newark, thank you so much for coming to speak at our briefing on boys in schools today. And I wanted to ask if you could tell us a little bit about your experience as both a teacher and an administrator, and how that relates to the topics we talked about today with some of the challenges facing boys.
I've been a teacher and administrator for the past 12 years in Newark, and recently I became acting director at Rutgers, Newark, in the urban teacher education program. And I've had a lot of experiences with many different boys on many different levels, behaviorally speaking, academic levels, socially speaking, and I've noticed that all boys are unique, but they are capable of achieving if material is presented to them in a certain way. So it's important that all educators who are responsible for working with them teach them in a culturally responsive way. Take into account that all boys don't move at the same pace, but if you can figure out a way to be resourceful and strategize and partner with organizations, you'll be in a better place to help educate boys. And there are certain people who are open and willing to kind of reach into their toolbox and figure out what needs to happen, or to work and collaborate with others. But it's really important that we understand that in order to make a difference in outcomes for boys, that we collectively work together and we really make sure that the curricula, the programs that we have are really there to meet the needs of boys versus meeting the needs of politicians or people who have interests. I'm not going to necessarily say an agenda, but a lot of the programs that are in place are not necessarily reflective of the socio-emotional needs of boys, the developmental needs of boys, the academic needs of boys. So I would just hope that people who are going to plan or people who are going to create programs, laws, and other policies for boys really take this into account, because the information that, or not the policies that are like the federal policies affect boys, the state policies affect boys, local policies affect boys, and it's important that we get their perspectives, that we take an inductive approach to trying to solve complex problems that face boys. There is not a such thing as a magic feather or a quick fix solution to deal with the challenges that exist when dealing with boys. And as long as we understand that and we're working collaboratively and including various stakeholders, I think that we'll be in a position to really improve outcomes and thus have more boys be able to lead productive lives as participants in our 21st century.
Great. And what do you think we can do to better support teachers in their work, particularly as they grapple with some of these challenges in working with boys?
Yeah, I think teachers' perspectives need to be heard, valued, and appreciated. It's interesting because in my experiences as a teacher, there weren't many opportunities for teachers to be able to talk about these challenges. Administrators need to understand. I think a lot of times administrators may understand that there are certain things that need to be done, but they have so many different challenges that they're facing, on a regular basis. So it's really important that everybody who works with boys, it's important to kind of take a step back and think about the policies instead of just going on with whatever is given to you. Step back, have conversations, push back against elected officials, work with parents, partner with outside organizations, and realize that there are differences between boys and girls. It's hard work working with them. And if we do that, and if we work together, I think that we'll be in a much better place than we are today.
Okay. Well, Marcus, thank you so much for coming to speak on our panel today. We really enjoy hearing your perspective, and thank you for being on the panel.
Thank you.